From the director of Tiger Country, Tribes and Rabbit comes a play with equally savage connotations in the title. I raped this woman. Scottish lady, no witnesses. She's a bit of a drinker, so am I. Her word against mine. Witness the goings-on within and behind the scenes of our justice system. Strictly speaking, I'm not your lawyer, no.
Who are you then?
I'm the lawyer for the Crown's case.
But I'm the one it happened to.
Not everyone representing the justice system is what they seem to be. Kitty was worried the Alsatians would smell my hash. End of my legal career. When it comes to representing the law, no case can ever become personal. Are you familiar with the term hypervigilance? Do you think that it would be fair to say...
I honestly don't believe the stuff you're coming out with. You're trying to make out like I'm some sort of mad person.
I'm not trying to do anything except ask you some questions.
You're saying I'm mad.
I have no wish to quarrel with you.
It happened.
For otherwise, you may not like what you find out about who you're dealing with.
You're both here. So you're mates?
By the middle, you'll question whether moral lines should be drawn, if indeed at all. It's not about satisfying your personal sense of outrage, because if it was, it wouldn't be fair, and that is the whole point. I'm not going to apologize for the fact that I'm friends with him, and I'm not going to apologize for cross-examining you.
What you did to me was criminal.
Follow Edward, the cold-hearted, stone-faced, rational-to-a-fault lawyer whose only desire in his professional life is to win, even if it means putting aside his own humanity in the process. An initially happily married father of one, out to prove to the world just how clever he is, not realizing the ironic stupidity of this idea. Such a guiltless, shameless existence may prove advantageous in court, but to the detriment of his personal life, his marriage, and his friends.
And meet GAYLE. GAYLE's story is quite heartbreaking, as in her 20s she fell victim to rape and had that hanging over her for much of her young adulthood. Suddenly, the past repeats itself, and as soon as she starts to recover, is once again the victim of yet another assault. We, as an audience, come to see her going through the court system, trying to find her voice to be heard and get justice for the crimes against her. There is a strong power struggle as she fights with the court and law enforcement officers to be believed and listened to. In the end, GAYLE stumbles down a tragic path due to not receiving the justice and support she deserves.
Reviews are calling it a bracingly clever courtroom drama and a coruscating clever play.
Rape is a real problem in society today across the world, and this script has the purpose of highlighting the issue that sexual assault survivors have to gather a lot of courage to speak up against their abusers, but in many cases are blamed for the incident based on what they wear or how they act. This is a huge problem that affects both the men and women of today across the world. This script shows how difficult it can be to cope with an incident like this. It is a heavy script with mature themes, but shows the real outcome and impact rape and victim blaming can have on an individual.
Consent, a play by Nina Rain, coming soon to LJMU.